Surprise, motherfucker. What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood, Venger Satanis. Okay, first things first, just want to say again that this exists, and I want you to go. I want to see you there, and I want to game with you, and I want to talk about gaming and, you know, hang out, discuss, share some meals, and just live, breathe, and love tabletop role playing games, especially the old school OSR and traditional stuff. So this is in July. I'll put the link in the description below. VengerCon 5, The Will to Power. I believe this is the one that's really gonna break out, and hopefully we're gonna get all 100 attendees for that one. Love it. And this is my latest laminated map. Kind of hard to see the sun, maybe. Move over here. So it's a mint chocolate theme. I think it turned out pretty well. I'll get a little closer so you can see some parts. So yeah, gonna break that. I went a little crazy with the brown spotting. It looks a little better from a distance than up close, but still cool. Glad it turned out. And I'll be experimenting with more of those too. If I ever get back to Kickstarter, which I probably will in the near future. If those maps are what people want, I will make those maps available, like a digital version, so people can do that. But anyway, what this video is really about is I have some sessions coming up for GaryCon that I'm very excited about, and I've talked about the living story before, because Pundit always talks about the living world. I talk about it too sometimes, and other people do as well. That's a very important concept. You want a world that feels like it's alive. But along with that, I'm a proponent of the living story, which, like the living world, gives you a sense that there is something going on narratively with the world, the campaign setting, or the one shot, the adventure, whatever you're running. It's the place and all the people in it and things in it, the nouns, and it's also, I suppose, the verbs. It's what people are doing, why they're doing it. There's like a greater meaning and story or narrative structure. And I'm not talking about everything being plotted out and the ending already and things like that. But they're just various interconnected details that dog's whining. That no, you can't take that in. That yeah, go inside. Go inside. That focus. You guys want to go inside too? Damn it! All right, go, 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 go. Where was I? Various details of story that make the players believe that, well, it's all an aid for immersion. I mean, the reason why you do a living world is because you want players to believe that when they look away, or when they close the book, or put their character sheet in a folder, or go home for the night, that place still exists. That it's not just in your own imagination. Somewhere, somehow, it continues. It lives on. And you want that with a story, too. You don't want players to forget about what's going on in the world, and how the world is. This can go everything from genre and trying to simulate that to all the more ephemeral aspects like vibe and aesthetics and theme, um, things like that are kind of harder to pin down than wandering monster tables, but are no less vital to creating that immersion, that feeling like this place and the things in it and the goings on exist and are real and aren't simply manufactured by the game master or the person writing the adventure. That they manifest above and beyond, whatever is written down on the paper, in the game master's notes or the roll of a die. So anyway, I hope to, with all at least 5 GaryCon sessions, I want some interconnection, and I want to focus on at least a half dozen things that will be touched on in every session. It doesn't matter if I'm running Chult or Alpha Blue or even an investigative like cosmic horror type thing. That one a little bit less. There's not going to have as much Gonzo or sleaze, but still a little bit. So lesser that session, but the other ones that are like Chult and Alpha Blue and Chult plus Alpha Blue, there's going to be a through line, and there's going to be various details that will form a cohesive, not a narrative structure, but just story points that feed off of each other and become more than the sum of their parts, and will help establish that living story. So I have a bunch of things in mind. This is probably going to be a part 1, because I'm going to go into other things too, because first I want to come up with the various details that I want to spread throughout the seeds, and then my next step is going to be going over the little synopsis of what I created for each scenario. The little 3, 4, 5 sentences that tell you what the session is about or the game is about. And I'm going to read all those, and then I'm going to come up with some bullet points, and I'm going to try to figure those within the context of a larger narrative framework. Again, I don't want to map everything out like you would a novel, but I still want it to make sense, especially if you play in multiple games, at least more than one, that you can see that there is a cohesive narrative, that there is a living story behind all the stuff. Verbs, things that are happening. People are doing things, and there are reasons why, and there are underlying forces at work. So, hopefully I'll do part 2 in a couple days, and we'll see how that turns out. But I'm excited because I think not only will it be more awesome. My wife's yelling at the dogs. They fight each other a lot. So not only will it be more awesome, but it'll be easier to write and organize and get all that stuff in and out. All right. Till next time.